Hi Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I am here today to do the I Dare You book tag. I was tagged by Stuart Griffin for this. Thanks so much, Stuart. And Stuart said that he could not find the original creator of this tag. It is a lot of questions though, so I'm gonna try to do it pretty quickly. But I would love to know your answers to some of these questions. So please feel free to share your responses to these questions in the comment section down below. Question 1, what book has been on your shelf the longest? I'm pretty sure I bought both of these the same academic year, which would have been 98-99. One is Raymond Carver's Where I'm Calling From, and the other one is a collection of essays by Gloria Steinem, Outrageous Acts and Everyday Rebellions. I actually just watched a documentary about Ms. Magazine, which was really cool. But I saw Gloria Steinem, I mean, this copy is signed October 13th of 1998, and there's her signature. So yeah, I was very, very intimidated by her. But those books, I mean, aside from like my kids books, I have like my mom took a Sharpie and wrote my entire name on the cover of the book. I'm not going to show you those. Okay. Question 2, what is your current read, last read, and the book you'll read next? I can't say right now. I'm hoping that I'm going to be done by the time you see this with what I'm currently reading, and I need to do another video to talk to you about what I'm going to be reading next. So we're just going to leave that question a mystery. Question 3, what book did everyone like but you hated? Can I just hide? I'm gonna hide down here. No, there are some books on Booktube that I will just tell you are like fireworks. Like, if you say something against them, yeah, like the fans of that book will come after you. You will know. Fortunately, one book that is so loved on Booktube, oh my God. And fortunately, before I said anything about it, I found out how loved it was on Booktube. And I was like, okay, we're not talking about it. I would love to know what your answer to that would be. Question 4, what book do you keep telling yourself that you'll read, but you probably won't? I don't say that about anything. I mean, there's tons of books in our personal library that I know I'm not going to read. But the books that are mine, like, I believe I am going to read all of them. So I don't know if that's, foolishness or what, but yeah, so I mean, I don't have a book. I don't keep a book around unless I really think I'm gonna read it. Question 5, what book are you saving for retirement? All of Trollope that I haven't read. So I hope I get to retire. I hope I get to retire and read Trollope. So fingers crossed, you guys. Let's see. Question 6. Last page, read it first or wait until the end. Of course, wait until the end. Don't ruin something for yourself. That's terrible. Question 7, acknowledgement, waste of paper and ink or an interesting aside. I actually do like the acknowledgements and I do read them because lots of times authors will mention other authors. So if I loved the book and I see that they mention in the acknowledgements another author that I really like, that's or an author that I've heard of but maybe I haven't read anything by, and I'd be like, oh, maybe I should read something by them. Or if I didn't like the book, see enough of it, I'll be like, maybe not, maybe that person's not for me. So I kind of, that's what I'm looking for in the acknowledgements. It's just like names that I actually recognize. So, okay, question 8, using my Alice in Wonderland clipboard here. Question 8, what book character would you switch places with? So I think it's pretty safe to say that we all wish we were Mrs. Darcy living at Pemberley, right? I mean, so I don't know. I struggle with these questions of like actually being inside of a book, like, you know. But anyway, question 9. Do you have a book that reminds you of something specific in your life? Place, time, person. There are so many. There are so many, you guys. I mean, walking around our library, I was like, oh, this is the book we got, you know, I was reading when we got married. This is the book Jason got me in such and such a place. I definitely have strong memories of reading a lot of books and where I was at, and my book journal does provide some help in terms of like specifically what year or what month, that kind of thing. Even things like books that my grandmother bought for me. My grandmother told me I had to read. Books for school, book club books, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, question 10, name a book you acquired in an interesting way. Again, I mean, I don't know. I don't like the, I'll just grab one off my library cart here. So, this is The House of Seven Gables by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I haven't read it yet. It is very beat up. So if I end up loving this book, which one of you has already told me that you hated it, but anyway, but I bought it as part of a lot on eBay, and it's so weird because it was great. Like, you could pick 3 books and get the 4th free, and it was like all classics, which I love. I have never been able to catch that seller doing that same thing. Like, it's just like you just buy it just randomly selects 4 books for you. There's like a huge picture of all of these books in various conditions, and they say, oh, we're just going to send you 4. I'm like, what if I already own all of those? So and I got this, no, I didn't get this one. I did spend $50 on eBay because I won a $50 eBay gift certificate. And so I have some of those books around. But there's books that like some of you have sent me, books that some of you have said, I really want you to read this. Like, here's the money to get it, you know, that kind of thing. There's just a ton of great stories behind all of the books. So let's see. Question 11. Have you ever given a book away for a special reason to a special person? Yes, I've given many books away. Hopefully by the time you see this, I will have sent The Chosen, which I also got on eBay, in one of those just classic lot kind of things. But I'm sending this to Lori, and I've got her address, and I just, oh man, I hope by the time you see this, I will have sent this to her. But yeah, so I have given a lot of books away. I thought that was going to be something that I did more on my channel, but I have found that lots of times I give books away and then I never hear from that person again. So, you know, like I sent a book to South America. I really thought I would hear from that person. Like, South America? Oh my God. There is one person on here that I have sent I think 3 books to. And that was like a whole like post-Christmas, like me trying to call the post office, like, where is my package? And well, once it leaves the United States, then, you know, we don't have any control over it or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm more inclined to give books to people that I feel like I have a relationship with on Booktube, rather than just like random people who enter a giveaway. And maybe that's cheating, I don't know, but yeah, when I never hear from someone again, just kind of makes me hesitate. You know, I hope they enjoy the book that I sent them regardless, but yeah, it'd be nice if they at least told me that they got the book, because I have no idea sometimes. Okay, let's see. Question 12. What book has been with you the most places? So again, I have been moving these books around for a very long time, since 1998. So yeah, so these books have been with me. You know, I maybe had one year where they were in storage when I lived in Chicago or in Iowa. They've been around Wyoming. They've been in Montana. So back to Wyoming. And I read them in 2020 because I was trying to really focus on the books that we owned in 2020. And I had decided this even before the pandemic. But anyway, one of the things I really wanted to do was read the books that I had owned the longest. And so these were two of the books that I read that year, and, you know, finally finished. The Raymond Carver book, I mean, I got this for a creative writing class that I took in college. And I can't decide, like, there are stories in it that I don't really care for, but there's some, like, the main story where I'm calling from, it's just so good, and I don't want to, like, I don't know, like, it seems silly to get rid of it and to try to find a different edition with other stories that maybe I think I'll like more, or something like that. But question 13, any required reading that you hated in high school that wasn't so bad 2 years later? I just did recently the required high school reading tag. No, there was nothing I read in high school that I remember anyway that I hated so bad, but 2 years later it was, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Question 14, used or brand new? Definitely both. There is room for both. And honestly, there are a lot of books that you would never be able to find if you only tried to buy them new. So, question 15, have you ever read a Dan Brown book? Nope. Question 16, have you ever seen a movie you liked better than the book? Okay, so full disclosure, full transparency, I DNF'd the book. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. I tried reading it and I gave up. But I do love the film of the Jane Austen book club. And if you guys, I would love to hear from you if the book got better, maybe, or how you feel about this versus the book, if you did read it all. And so I know I'm cheating a lot. Jason and I, so funny, we were just talking this morning about movies that we quote the most, and I actually managed to guess his top two. Imagine that, because it's not like I spend any time with my husband. Anyway, but I think this would also be on that list. We talk about this film a lot, and it's kind of Jason's comfort movie. Like, when he's sick, this is what he's watching. So, let's see. Question 17. Have you ever read a book that's made you hungry, including cookbooks? Oh, I didn't grab anything for this one. I don't think so, but I do think that if food is an important part of a book, that then maybe I will try to seek out whatever it is they're eating. Obviously not in all cases. Question 18, who is the person whose book advice you'll always take? And again, it has to be my husband, Jason, because I have known him for so long. I really do think he knows my tastes. After it took a while, but I do think he knows what I will like and what I won't. And yeah, so I do really trust his judgment, and I feel like he trusts mine as well. You know, occasionally we hold on to a book that I would have gotten rid of, but before I get rid of any book, I always ask Jason, do you think you're going to want to read this? Do you want to read this? There are books in the library that are mine, and there are books in the library that are his, and there are books in the library that are ours. Question 19, is there a book out of your comfort zone that you ended up loving? I don't know how often I've talked about this book on my channel, The Dog Stars by Peter Heller. I will tell you, I can't even say the name of the dog in this book to Jason without him starting to tear up. So this is a very post-apocalyptic novel. It's not perfect. It's got some problems with it, but overall, it's a very, very powerful story. I think I've read this book twice. I haven't read it since I've been on Booktube, though. So maybe that's why when I saw it on the shelf, I just thought, oh, The Dog Stars, yeah. I mean, so there's some great stuff in here and some stuff that, like I said, it just doesn't quite work. But overall, again, but it's a very, like, dystopic, post-apocalyptic kind of book. Maybe dystopic isn't the right word, but definitely post-apocalyptic, and that is not something that I normally go for unless it is a book that's won the Pulitzer Prize. So, and I do love The Dog Stars. Okay, so I'm going to tag some people down below, but again, feel free to answer any of these questions in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can leave an emoji, you can give this video a thumbs up. I love engaging with you and chatting with you in the comment section. Booktube, just remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.